everybody, welcome back to the Underground Lair, your Stringman guitars. Down here with this Martin X series, the Mexican made, but not the one with the old style neck. This has your standard neck, not the multi ply neck. So it's one of the newer ones, and this is what happens in the spring and late fall. Humidity, temperature changes, and everything goes funhouse mirrors. So this one here, he was saying that the first thing he noticed was that the first frets fretted out. I got my feeler gauges out and checked the relief, and it's not even 10 pow, so the neck is way too straight. We got to release it. Let's take a look at this thing. There she is. 12-string Martin. So let's go ahead and go in here and way in the back. There we go. Lefty loosey. That's a 5 mil for Martin guitars. Let me tune it back up. Well, let's just see if that. Problem went away there, so. Let me go ahead and tune it back up to pitch, and we'll see where we're at. We're going to polish the frets a little bit. It's got a thirsty neck and a thirsty bridge, so we're going to take care of that, clean up some of the dust. And let me do that, we'll be back. Okay, so we released the truss rod about a quarter of a turn, and it's all fixed. Now we have to change the strings and polish up the frets and oil it up and do all the other checks, like making sure all the little screws and bushings are snug. So let's get at that. Okay, everybody, we're back. We've got paper towel residue. We oiled our fingerboard, we polished the frets up. We're going to go ahead and string this up, and we're going to start with, there we go. They packed two of the E's. Now this one's tuned to D, and with a 12 string, the skinny string goes on top. I took all my pins and lined them up in the order I took the strings out of the guitar. Make sure the slot in the pin is facing the headstock. So I'll do these two first. I've got my tuning machines aimed at, on the bass side they're at 1 and 7, and on the treble side they're at 11 and 5, and the reason I do that is so that when I go to wind a string, I can make a Z, and that kind of locks the string in place so I can focus on other things other than keeping everything going in the same direction. Put some graphite paste in the slots. Then we take our next string, do the same thing. You only need 1 or 2 wraps on the wound strings, because they tend to hold on to themselves because of the winds. Okay, so that's how we do that. I kind of like to stretch these as we go, because once you have all the strings on there, it is hard to grab a hold of individual strings. So why make life tough on yourself when you don't have to? So I'll be back with 10 more strings. Okay, boys and girls, we have our Martin X series. We've got a new set of Lifespan 2 coated Martin strings on here, 10 to 47, and we've gone through and polished the frets. Don't they look nice? Oiled the fingerboard, put graphite grease in the nut slots, tightened the bushings with a 10mm, tightened the screws on the back of all the tuners. We got rid of the issue down here by releasing the truss rod. No more buzzy. Alright, so let's take a look at our relief. We are tuned up to pitch. Of course, everything's going to settle, so we'll check it again in the morning. Holding at the body joint, we want 10th thou at 7th fret, 3, 5, 7. And it's not quite 10, but there's no buzz, so that works for me. I mean, before I couldn't even sneak the gauge in there. There is no buzz. There was a fret down here that had a little bit of hangover on it, took care of that. I think there was sharp fret ends last time we did it, and you know, sometimes the wood shrinks a little bit more. Anyhow, nice guitar, Martin X series. I want to thank you for joining us down here in the underground lair while we brought this Martin X series back up to par. If you live in the greater Pittsburgh area and you need your guitar brought back up to par, I'm on the Facebook. Send me an instant message. We'll get you in here. Take care of the old folks because they're special. Take care of your neighbors. Love your neighbor like you love yourself. Peace. And if I don't have another job between now and Thanksgiving, you have a good time with your family and don't eat too much. Peace. Have a good one.